My favorite opening question is perhaps from my sophomore language class in which we were studying Shakespeare's Hamlet. And the opening question is concerning Hamlet's madness. Is Hamlet mad? And we pursue the question along several lines of inquiry. First of all, whether Hamlet, in fact, whether the status of his sanity changes through the course of the play. And there's a remarkable turn in Act 4 and the beginning of Act 5 when Hamlet's actions are completely different from what we had seen previously. And so for about a month, we explored Hamlet, keeping in mind the question of madness. And I think there are several ways to go about the question, but the first is looking at the actual evidence for what constitutes madness, particularly in Hamlet's case. And for that, we turn to looking at the ghost of his father, who shows up early on in the play visible to characters who are friends of Hamlet or are members of the guard, but don't have any particular reason for telling a falsehood or deceiving Prince Hamlet. But later on you see confusion, even in Hamlet, regarding his madness. For instance, when he's in his mother's bedchamber, there's a moment when he says that he can see his father's ghost. And when his mother says that there's nothing there, nothing that she can see, he seems to have a moment of fright when he could ask himself seriously whether he might be mad, which seems to be a possibility that hadn't really fully occurred to him until that point. And so then we had to trace the ways in which that changed how Hamlet dealt with the question of his father's request.